Thanks, it's Simon here with your Tao Daily for market close as of Tuesday, the 6th of May, 2025. Markets were a little weaker on Tuesday. The S&P was down about 0.8%. Nasdaq was down slightly less than 1%. And really and truly, the indices are finding resistance right where we might expect them to. The S&Ps here have rallied into this 61.8% retracement level. The anchored VWAP level from the start of the year, the 200-day moving average is immediately in front. All right, so no surprise at all to see things kind of halting here. And really what we've seen is obviously that the markets had a bit of a heart attack back here, and things have really starting to quieten down now. Volatility's kind of been sucked out of the market. A VIX at 25 is still somewhat elevated volatility, but nothing like what we were seeing a month ago. If we have a look at the Nasdaq, let's check in with the Qs. Very similar diagnosis there. We're at the 61.8% retracement level. We're also at the 200 SMA, which is literally, it ticked that to the penny. Anchored VWAP level, so really high probability area of resistance. I'm expecting we'll come back in, check with the mean, and then maybe make higher highs. But let's see what happens. It looks like a pullback could be the next most likely opportunity. Looking at the Qs, again, just zooming out, there's this big trend line here. You can see that when we broke it, we came up, rallied, kissed the trend line goodbye before really flushing. It's a very common pattern with trend line breaks. This could also loom as a further overhead resistance if and when the Qs, the Nasdaq gets back up to that trend line. Today, all focus is going to be on the Fed. We've got Federal Reserve interest rate decision. Nobody is expecting a rate cut, or I should say 96.9% of the market is not expecting a rate cut. However, the market is expecting 2 rate cuts over the next 6 months and 4 over the next 12 months. This is despite the Fed repeatedly saying that they're in no hurry to cut rates. Trump has clearly applied political pressure to Powell recently, and there's been talk about whether Trump would be able to sack Powell if he did start cutting rates more quickly. The optics on that may not be great. They may be questionable. The market may question whether Trump is succumbing to political pressure. But with 4 rate cuts penciled in by the market for the next 12 months, if Powell says anything to dampen the enthusiasm for rate cuts, that could certainly result in the market expressing some disappointment. So all eyes on the Fed yet again today. We'll wait and see how the market reacts. That's what I got for you. I hope it helps. Good trading.